God is faithful even when it seems as though you're in a fire. You'll feel as though you're in a situation that's unbearable, that there's no way of escape. And you're asking God, are you there? Are you close by? Can I count on you? It seems as though you have left me out here by myself and there is no way of escape. God, I need an answer. Is that you? If so, stick around. Hi, I'm Lady T, and I came today to give you a word of encouragement. There's a passage in the Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13 where it says, He won't give you more than you can bear. But I would like to read this other passage that reads a little different. It said, No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. I came to encourage you on today to let you know that whatever it was, whatever it is that make you feel as though you're tempted beyond your control, that you don't see a way out, that you are battling in this by yourself, you are not alone. God sees, He heard your prayers. He sees what you're going through. And yes, we want it to be over with quickly. But God says He's giving you the strength to overcome it. He's giving you the ability to overcome it. What does that mean? He has already placed it within you how to come out of the situation. And you may be asking yourself, well, how do I get out of it? Well, get your pen and a paper because we're going to go on this journey of how to overcome it, how to get out of it, and how to see the victory in what you are going through. The first thing that I want to do is allow you to point out, why are you there? You are not alone in it. Sometimes we feel as though we're in this alone because God may not have responded, and He may not have. To you, seem as though He's MIA. He's not responding. He's not answering the prayers. And it seems as though you're getting deeper and deeper in what you are in. And sometimes it is valid. You have that moments when it seems as though He's not answering. But have you taken the time when you're in those situations to actually sit down, pray? But when you pray, to listen. Listen for His response. His response may not come with a bus balloon. It may not come with a loud voice. It sometimes comes in the stillness of you just sitting there meditating. He may even have you go to a particular scripture, and that scripture gives you peace in what you're going through. He may send somebody along that just encourages you. And in that encouragement, it helps you. I'm going to tell you the story of a young lady who was in a frenzy. She had lost her wallet. And when she lost her wallet, she actually was afraid, or she saw the worst. She saw that her credit cards was being wiped and all of these transactions. Now, mind you, they had not happened like she had thought they had. And she was frantic because she could not understand what was going on. Where was her wallet? Where did she leave it at? She ended up getting to the bank, and when she got to the bank, the teller or the person that was there to greet her, the customer service rep, actually told her to please be patient and wait until she was available to see her. Well, when you have lost something that is valuable and what you know that you have a part of it in your savings that you have in it, you will respond totally different because to you, I need assistance now. I don't need to be told to wait. If you're available, come get me now because I need a way out of this. I don't need my savings to be wiped out. I don't need my situation to get worse than what it is. I've already got to come in this bank and get a new card and stop all these transactions. And I really just need your help. But while she was sitting in the bank waiting for the customer service rep, she heard the teller tell another young person or another individual, God will work it out. Just be patient. Be still. Don't get into a frantic mode. And overhearing that conversation actually settled her in her conversation. When she got through the bank, canceled the cards and everything. She went back to the store where she knew she was the day before. And when she went in the store and went to the customer service place, and this is a Walmart, she gets there and she goes to the location where the lost and found is, and she asks, did anybody find a wallet? Before they could even fully respond, they asked this other person. She goes, they go in, come back out with her wallet. The guy says, nothing is missing. Now, how will you know nothing was missing? Because you wouldn't know how many cards she had. You wouldn't know how much money she really had if you had not already gone through the wallet. But the thing about the grace of the matter was, even though she was in a frantic stage, God had already worked it out where nothing would be lost. Nothing would be missing. And she had to understand what she heard prior to getting back to the store was that God had already give her a peace in it. Sometimes we're going through things and we just need to have peace in it. We just need to have that settledness that is working in our favor, that God is actually moving things on our behalf, that God is making a way where it seemed as though there was no way. That's one thing that we have to always understand, because what the enemy does is he comes and he brings a lie. He makes it bigger than what it is. He makes the scenery looks like God is not answering you, that God is not going to answer you. And why are you dependent on a God that's not going to show up for you when you need him to? Those are lies and tactics of the enemy to make you go left. I need you to stay focused, because as long as you stay focused and you understand that you are not alone, that's one battle that you have already overcome to allow you to get to your next step. Point number 2 that we're going to look at is that God is faithful. He's not just faithful yesterday and today. He's faithful all the time. No matter what your obstacles look like, no matter what comes up against you, no matter what you're hit with, God is still faithful. God still knows everything that you're going through, even though we don't want to, we want it right then. God is still faithful, and he knows that whatever you need, he's going to be able to give it to you. He's perfect in his timing. It's not always our timing. I have been where you are. I know what it is to pray and believe God for a particular thing by a certain time. And when it doesn't show up, the enemy will sit there and try to taunt you and make you believe, see, he wasn't going to answer on your behalf. But yes, he does. He answers directly on time. He may not have showed up on that time, but when he did show up, it covered the past time. He wiped out things that I was faced with and gave me the victory in it. All he needed me to do was be humble. He needed me to be patient. He needed me to understand that he was still there for me, even though to me at that time, it didn't see where I could see where God was visible. It did not look like he was visible. It did not look like that he was doing what I needed to be done, but God was there. He had not abandoned me, but he actually was going through the process with me. You know, there's that picture that we have seen. My grandmother used to have one, is that the footprints in the sand, that when you saw it was only one footprint, you thought you were doing it by yourself. But in actuality, God was walking with you. He was carrying you at that time because he knew you had become weak. He knew that you was feeling frail, that you actually was like, God, when are you going to show up? When are you going to turn this? And he was like, I'm carrying you through it. Oh, that's a word right there. He's carrying you through it. Even though sometimes we can't identify that he's carrying us through it. And when he's carrying us through it, not only do you have peace in it, you have a stillness, you have confirmation that God is showing up and that he is faithful to what he is allowing us to go through. He will never give you more than you can bear. I know what you're saying. I done had some moments where I just couldn't bear. I'm gonna share some tears. I'm crying and I'm crying and I'm crying. And what we say, because I've said it before, God just said you would not put more on me than I can bear. But it seems as though this is heavier than it has ever been. This is more than I have ever had to deal with. If you want me to lift and get my muscles strong, I think I've reached that level, because right now, God, my strength is getting weak. Not only is it getting weak, my faith is getting weak. There's a passage in the Bible where he said, help my unbelief. In other words, give me strength, give me faith to go through this, because God, I don't see you. And because I don't see you, I need you to show up. I need you to come out and provide a way for me, provide a way of escape, provide a way of escape. Sometimes God will allow you to go through it, not to crush you, but he does it to strengthen you. And to us, it doesn't always feel like we're in a strengthening process. It really feels as though that he's actually just throwing more on us. It just feels as though he's just leaving us out there. But it's to strengthen you. It's get you encouraged. Sometimes it's really to get you in your word. Because the more you read this, you can fight whatever it is greater when you have the word backing you up. The Bible says that if you abide in me and my word abide in you, you can ask whatever and it shall be done for you. But when you've read that and you ask it and it seems as though it has not materialized, now I want you to be a scientist. Being a scientist means go ask God, why didn't it show up? Why hasn't it come to pass? Why haven't this manifested in my life? Why? Because God will even tell you why it hasn't showed up. He will even give you instructions to let you know. And if you get to a point of a quiet time, being still, understanding, you will hear it. Now, if you don't hear it, you might read it, or you might hear somebody just talking to give you a revelation why it has not shown up yet. There's a part where when people are making diamonds, there is a part where the diamonds has to go through a heating process and a crushing process. It's to form the pressure to actually get this crystal, this look out of what they're doing. And it does not feel good. Olive has to be pressed to get the oil out of it. So when you're in what seems to be like the refinery furnace, he is making you all over again. He's molding you. He's getting you to a place that I need you to trust me. And sometimes we go through these processes is for God to actually have us in a position that we trust him. We're going to trust him no matter what it is, no matter what it looks like. We'll trust him through the process. Point number 4 is there is always an escape. There's always a way out of it. And those are the times that we have to sit and question and ask God, how do I get out of this? Where is the door for this escape? How do I get from point A all the way to point C without getting stuck in between at B? And I'm making U-turns going backwards and not going forward. Sometimes we are so closer to the end of it, but because we couldn't take the storm while we were going through it, that we turn around and go back and have to do the whole thing all over again. Sometimes God just wants us to change our mindset. If you can rely on me in every situation that you go through, I will strengthen you that when this comes around again, it'll be like that. It'll be so quick, you'll be over it. Sometimes it's to change our mindset because we procrastinate in a lot of things. We don't trust God in a lot of things. We don't believe it's going to change. So sometimes we go through it. Oh, I just got a word out of that. Sometimes we go through it because we don't have the mindset to believe there's something greater on the other side. We are been in a situation so long that we believe, oh, God is this just where I'm supposed to be. The Bible said, for example, the poor be with you always. That didn't mean for you to be poor. The Bible tell you that he said, I wish that you prosper, be in health, even as your soul shall prosper. There are abundance. If you look in the Bible, there are more things for prosperity God has in there for you. But sometimes you believe you're supposed to be where you are. And he said, no, I want you to have the greater of life. But you got to understand there's more in this for you. So I'm coming to encourage you on the day. There's more for you. Stop letting where you are control your end, control your future. There's more in you. There's greater in you. There's a better side of this. Get ready for the better. Get ready for the overcomer. Being the overcomer, having abundance in everything in your life. Living where you want to live, driving what you want to drive, having the finances that you want to have. It's in you. There is a way of escape out of this. Get out of it. And be ready to get out of what you're going through. You've been pressed. You've been in the fire. Now it's time to let it be washed off, cleaned off, so you can see the other side of this. So while you're going through that, your last point I'm going to give you is don't quit. Don't quit. Don't give up in this. God has built you. He's still building you. So you can't quit. You got to keep pushing. You gotta go through it. You got to go through it. There's greater for you on the other side, but you got to go through it. You got to go through it. There was a reason that you had the strength to stand this long, that you had the faith enough to believe he was going to bring you out of it. And because you had the faith enough to believe it, you had the strength enough to believe it, you had the voice to speak it, you wrote your vision over and over again, and you stood on it. You made it plain. You made it clear that no matter what was your obstacles before, you have written it down that you know that you are overcomer. Then come on, overcomer, time to overcome this. There is a passage in James chapter 1, verse 2-4, where he said, consider it joy whenever you face trials, because you know that it's the testing of your faith produces perseverance. In other words, you went through this. And it seemed as though you were being punished, but you were being prepared for what was greater. You was being prepared for what's on the other side. So get ready. You're at the break of a breakthrough. You're at the break of everything that you have been asking God for. And since you have been asking God for it, stand in agreement and believe that he's already doing it for you right now. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button, hit subscribe, like, share this message. Make sure you click that notification bell that you will always come back around for this. So whatever you're facing today, understand the temptation, the hardship, and all of this. You are not alone. God is faithful. Not only is he faithful, you're going to be stronger than you think. And not only will you be stronger than you think in this, there's a way out. You was being built up. So it didn't look good at the moment, but something beautiful is coming out of this. So until the next time, you be blessed. Lady T is out.